Hello and welcome to Yoga with Aalia. We have a short morning practice today for full moon energy, whether you're feeling some burnout or you're in your luteal phase. Let's begin with grounding by rubbing our hands together, placing them on our head. And again, rubbing, generating some warmth. And going from the front of the brain, frontal lobe, and the back of the neck, finding support. So we're beginning with this simple grounding and touch to become present. Again, rubbing the palms together. We're going to go to the heart and the neck. And just check in and noticing how these centers are for you today. Rubbing, and we have heart and belly. What is your gut saying? Is your heart connected? Rubbing your hands together once more. We'll go with gut and lower back. So our spine, our root chakra supporting from the back. Your sacrum. We're going to start with some Sufi grind, so let's all start to spiral our chest back and then forward, going in a clockwise direction, meeting all the corners. You can close your eyes down if you feel. And when you're ready, we're going to start to rotate the other direction. Imagine that you're stirring a spoon in a cup. And coming back to center, opening the eyes. And we're going to bow down. So bowing the head to each knee and coming back up. Bowing the head down, coming up. So bowing the ego mind is below the earth. This is what we're doing. You might also feel this as a side body stretch. Coming back up. And again, ego eradicator, thumbs up to the sky. And we're doing a forceful inhalation at the abdomen, exhaling. Inhaling and then holding the breath, so you can, if you know how to do the root lock and the throat lock, you can. Releasing, palms down to the earth, to ground. And we'll do one more round of that ego eradicator. Breath of fire, pumping the belly. And when you're ready, holding the breath. Locks if you like, and bringing your palms down to ground, and inhaling again, taking a moment to notice what you notice, and let's begin. Let's start in a sphinx. You can remove any props you may have, coming down onto the belly. Bending the elbows at 90 degrees. You're welcome to gaze ahead or close the eyes down. Feet should be about hip distance apart. And we're just holding here. Coming to puppy posture, you might have to walk your knees in so your hips are in line with your knees. And feeling the stretch across your shoulder blades. Coming back up to table, we're going to start to thread the needle so you can reach that arm up towards the sky and then bring the shoulder down to the earth, head turning the same direction. I like to have my elbow at 90 degrees. You could wrap that arm around your lower back if that feels more comfortable to you. start to come back on up, and we'll start to reach to the other side. Thread the arm through, laying down. Holding postures for a little bit longer today. It's not a flow. On purpose, we are slowing down to ground. Let's come on back up to table. Walk the feet back a little bit and find your first downward dog of the day. You might have to pedal out your feet. You could bend your knees. And we're gonna raise the right leg up and come on through to pigeon. And I'm gonna do this waving pigeon. So you can come up on your fingertips and really roll the spine down and wave it back on up a few times before coming all the way down. I like to find this little pillow with my hands and placing my forehead on top. So we're really engaging the third eye and finding some pressure for the forehead, which brings our thinking into a more balanced state. We're going to roll on over to that hip to come up, so you'll have one leg out. And we're going to reach for the toes if you can, and first find the side body stretch. You can have your hand overhead. And look under the armpit or up towards the sky. And then we're going to come straight up and fold right over. And again, wherever you are today, you may not be very far. You could hold onto the toe if you'd like, or just let your spine round and surrender to the knee, to the calf. And coming up, we're going to swap and do the same just on the other side. Again, finding your toe if you'd like, side bend. And folding forward. It's okay to bend the knee. I don't have as much flexibility on one side as the other. The point is to allow your spine to round and to surrender. Let's come on back up. And we're going to find a diamond shape with our feet. And there's several ways to do this. I love to weave my arms through so that I get pressure on the forearms, and then just bow forward. I also find this comfy position with my hands on top of my feet. Find your way to weave through, or you could just simply fold forward and hold onto the toes. Gesture of surrender. Gently come on up, and we're going to come back into that down dog to set ourselves up for the other side. You could walk it out again. Let's bring our left foot up, and weaving it through, we're going to find our waving pigeon. Fingertips up, and find a few waves with the spine before you lower down. Find that little pillow with your hands resting your forehead on top. And to come out of this, we're just gonna sneak that leg on back. Find a sphinx as a transition, and we're going to do a little half frog, so you can move up that left leg in 90 degrees with the same arm. It's a sleeping position, so finding some rest here. Noticing the earth meet your switch over to the other side. Finding a 90-degree angle with both the elbow and the knee. This is a great restorative pose to do before bed, before you sleep as well. And then we'll start to flip onto our back. We're going to do a couple more poses. So finding a bridge, make sure you can reach your back of your heels. And we're raising and lowering the pelvis, one vertebrae at a time, and then lowering all the way back down. Hugging the knees into the chest, you can rock a little bit side to side. I also like to push my knees away and then bring them in. Finding a few of those. And then feet up. We're going to do almost a dead bug. Let's imagine your legs were up a wall. Just letting them hang, your feet can hang. And let's cross the right leg over the left, and then hug the knees in. So this is similar to pigeon laying down, only this is a version you can do on your back. And you might tilt the pelvis over to the left or to the right to find a spot that works for you. I'm just staying in stillness, raising the legs back up. And we're going to swap the legs around to the other side. You could hug your knees. You could hug your feet as well, holding onto your feet. And choose movement or stillness. Crossing the feet, and we're just going to do a simple spinal twist to finish. So you could place one hand on top if you need a block or a pillow underneath. You're welcome to add props and turning your head to look the other direction. And we'll rock on over to the other side, placing the hand on top to guide. First, we'll do some heel rocks. So just notice I'm bouncing my toes. So this is something that can be really calming for the nervous system to have some rocking. And it helps us find our straight spine. So if there's any other little wiggles, get them out. And then come into stillness. And here is where we'll have a few minutes to pause and integrate. Distracted, just come to the breath in whatever way you feel. Our way over onto one side and transition into seated position when you're ready. We're going to end with Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath. So if you're familiar with this, we'll block off the right nostril. Inhale, counting to 4, holding at the top, blocking off the left nostril, exhaling, counting to 4, inhaling through the left nostril, counting to 4, exhaling through the right nostril, counting to 4. And again, in through the right, block off the right, exhale through the left, inhale through the left, block off and exhale through the right. Complete another 2 rounds on your own. Or you're welcome to come into meditation. Meditation, I'm doing Gyan Mudra, holding the thumb to the pointer finger. And we'll focus on imagining a moon in the center of our belly, a very small moon. Imagine that moon expanding in size to fill your belly. And then it expands even bigger to fill your whole torso. Expands even bigger to incorporate your entire body. You are sitting inside the moon. And then it expands to fill the entire building that you're in. And finally, the entire universe. And stay here with this nothingness, this yin moon energy. If you get lost, you can come back and do it again, starting from that small moon in your belly. We cultivate this energy, we cultivate more calmness in our system, more yin qualities, rest, relaxation, allowing things to come to us. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste. My name is Aalia again. You're welcome to join the channel for any other upcoming videos. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day.